One of the best and perhaps most frustrating parts about the Spanish language is Spanish syntax, especially if you're somebody who has English as your first language. Let me explain. In English, the way that our sentences are structured follows a pretty strict set of rules. For example, in a declarative sentence in English, the subject has to come before the verb. So for example, I have to say Maddie eats, not eats Maddie. The reverse just doesn't make sense and obviously sounds bad. However, in Spanish, the subject and the verb agreement can actually kind of be flip-flopped around depending on what you want to emphasize in your sentence. For example, you can say Madi come, or you can say come Madi, depending on what you really want to emphasize in your sentence. This also applies to when you have an object in the sentence. So for example, Madi come las manzanas. Maddie eats the apples. In English, you can't really say the apples Maddie eats or the apples eats Maddie. That doesn't make sense. But in Spanish, lucky for you, this can be flip-flopped around. Maddie come las manzanas come Maddie. This is why, in my opinion, Spanish poetry and music can be a lot more fun to write and to read because you can really flip-flop the words around in a syntax of a Spanish sentence. The more you know.